This activity is brilliant. It involves using loads of colour, loads of paint. It looks like it's going to be a really messy activity, but I promise you there is no mess at all. And all you need to get started is a big plant pot, like this. I got this from a local shop for £3.99. I've been using it for about 3 years now, so that's pretty good value. You don't need to use a plant pot, you just need to have something that's big enough to spin inside. Those brightly coloured, I think they're called trucks, you know, the rubber buckets, they work a treat. So one of the reasons why I love this activity is because it's really flexible. You can use it with all different age groups. I use it from nursery upwards. So if you are working with really young children and you're learning about colour and colour mixing, then this activity is great because the pupils are going to be able to see the colour mix in front of them in this amazing explosion of activity, and you'll get great opportunities for speech and language. But likewise, if you're going up a few year groups and you're starting to teach about forces, then this is a great opportunity to show pupils how centrifugal force works while also creating excitement and getting great display opportunities. So it does take a little bit of effort, just a little bit, to create the spinner that goes into the plant pot. But the beauty is, once you've made it, you'll have it forever ready to use, so it's really worthwhile doing. It involves using some very simple materials that you will have knocking around your home or in your school, and well, let's just get on with it. This is how you make one. Right, the first thing you're going to need to do is have a root around for a large piece of old cardboard. Then you'll want to raid the staff room and find a plate. The larger, the better. You'll need a glue gun, scissors and a pen, and an old garden bamboo cane. No one will notice a missing one. Use the plate to draw a circle. And cut that circle out, and if it's a bit rough, it doesn't really matter. Try to find the centre of the circle, mark it with an X, and use a pencil to put a hole through it. Push the garden cane through the hole and use the blue tack to hold it in place. Now you'll want to attach it to a chair or a table so that it's easier for you to glue. And if you haven't got a glue gun, don't worry, just use duct tape, that works for everything. And while you're waiting for the glue to dry, make yourself a nice cup of tea. You can use any old poster paint, the cheap stuff works really well, and if you have any old bits left over, that's great. And use the same plate to cut out some paper circles. I like to use black, I think it looks really good, but you can use any colour you like or whatever's left behind in the art cupboard. To make a hole, just lightly fold it in half and cut a slot somewhere in the middle, and then do the same the other side and you're sorted. And once that's done, have some fun. You can have a play around, try all different techniques, and don't worry, all the paint is going to go inside the bucket. It's going to produce no mess whatsoever, trust me. Look at that. Put your amazing artwork somewhere to dry. It's going to take about 45 minutes to do so. Easy. It's brilliant, isn't it? I love this activity. I think it's so good, and it is by no means the only way of making spin paintings, but it works really well. And one of the reasons why I think this way of doing it is so good is because it can be collaborative. Because it's such a large bucket, you can get 2, maybe 3 pupils around there at the same time. One person could be spinning it while the other person's squirting paint and seeing that magic happen in front of them. And that's really important. I've seen this done before or suggested on YouTube that you can use a salad spinner. And I always think that's a bit of a shame because they're enclosed, they have a lid on. You don't get to see the paint mix and fly off inside while you're using it. And therefore you're missing all that opportunity for speech and language, particularly with the very young children. Now with young children, one of the other reasons why this is great is because actually using that twisting action really helps to develop their gross and small motor skills, and that's really important. They'll struggle at first, but I've done this with nursery children, and by the end they've worked out ways of using their hands, and they're so excited about the results that are happening there and then. And this is perhaps the best thing about it, is there is no washing up. Absolutely no need to wash up the paint afterwards because all of that paint is now contained inside the bucket. None of it has gone off the sides, it's all inside. Leave it to dry overnight. That paint will go hard and crumbly, and then the next morning just bash the side of the bucket and pour that paint dust into the bin. Now I've got loads of other art tutorials up here, so click there if you want to access them. And if subscribing is something you're into, then you can click my face down here and that will subscribe you to my channel. And if this video was your kind of thing, hit the like button, that makes a big difference. And keep an eye out for the next tutorial. Alright?